I see a homeless person, how do I feel? I feel, I don't know, a number of ways. It depends on the homeless person that I see. If it's a mom with kids, if it's a guy that looks like he's an old vet, it gives me a number of emotions. Sadness, anger, the desire to just want to stop and just help, and frustration because I don't have anything in my car that I can give them at that moment. A million emotions. Some I can't even say.
These people don't have anything. They have, you know, everything they own in a trash bag or a duffel bag.
A lot of times, people pass by someone who's of lesser means than them and look down on them. That goes into dignity. When you see another man or woman, doesn't matter where they're from or what they do, what they have and don't have, they're still a human life, and they deserve love. Atlanta's homeless people especially get victimized, abused, and just mistreated, not by some entity, it's by us, it's by everybody. I think love beyond walls is necessary and should exist because, like I said before, people need hope. People need to know that someone cares. And sometimes just knowing that someone cares and someone has your back and someone will go out of their way to look out for you or give you the things that you don't have right then and there can be the difference between life and death for certain people.
When you take a meal, it's tough. When you take a meal and you hand it to someone who probably hasn't eaten for at least a day, maybe 2 days since they've eaten, and they look at you and they just say, "God bless you." You know, the gratitude of someone who hasn't eaten, hasn't washed their hands, hasn't had a shower, for them to look at you and thank you for what you're doing for them is incredible.
Me and my wife started this about maybe 8 or 9 years ago. We were going through a rough time, and we were sitting around and we were like, instead of complaining, let's just fill 2 garbage bags full of stuff and take them downtown. We were young in our early 20s, and we did it on like the gas and near and E, you know? And we go downtown and we encounter this homeless lady, and this is our first time doing it. And we jumped out of the car and we said, hey, you know? And she stopped, and my wife said, "Do you know anybody need some clothes or something?" And she ran up to the car and she was like, "Me? I mean, I need some clothes, and I know a lot of people need clothes." And then we opened the trunk and she ruffled through the bags and found a size 7.5 shoe. She started jumping up and down. These were an old pair of Reeboks to my wife, but this lady said she had been praying for shoes the night before, and those were her size.
I think the homeless epidemic in Atlanta is extremely sad, while at the same time overwhelming. It saddens me, and I feel overwhelmed when I drive through the streets of Atlanta and I see people sleeping and struggling just to make it from one place to another to survive.
think about homelessness in this city, I think about people just like you and me. I think about a person that had something that happened, something maybe tragic or a health condition that maybe failed, and something, maybe a job layoff that landed them there. I don't look at it as just a homeless man or woman. I look at them as if they're another person just like I am. And I know that, you know, if I was in the same situation, I wouldn't want someone to just look at me as a homeless individual, but yet just a person.
I'm here from South Carolina. I came here for a better opportunity. And getting here, all I need is a job. Somebody stole my pocketbook, so I end up out here. I have no ID, no nothing. How I get by? Just trusting God. And I know He gonna make a way.
See, I'm from South Carolina. Our house got burned down in South Carolina. Now let me let you know, the fire station was like right across the street. But our house burned down to the ground and we couldn't get no help, so we moved to Atlanta for better opportunities. But somehow we end up here. It seemed like it wasn't no different.
Well, a lot of people think that homeless people are sick. They think that a lot of them are on drugs. They think that a lot of them just give up on life. And I think that a lot of people don't know exactly their problem. I think that they should be able to walk in their shoes before they assume something about them.
You know, I didn't know their background. I didn't know their stories. I would see them and I would lock my doors and I would roll up my windows and, oh God, please don't let this person come to my car. But now that I know, I understand, I'm on the other side of serving, I know that, wow, this really happened. You get to hear people's stories. So people stereotype them because, you know, they don't know. They don't know any better.
There really isn't a huge awareness for people that live outside the metro area to understand exactly what the homeless people are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. You might see them along the I-20 bridge or downtown or standing at an off-ramp, and what you see in that 30 seconds that you're sitting at the stoplight is their full day. And when you see them sleeping under the bridge, you might just pass them at 65 miles an hour going down the interstate, but they've got that life for 8 hours at night when they're sleeping. And I just don't think that people outside the area understand there is a problem in Atlanta with homelessness, and the people that are homeless, they don't have support. They don't have options to change their life, to change the direction of their life in a lot of cases.
You think people just choose that. They're just there because that's what they want to do. That's just who they are. That's their life. And it hasn't been until LBW that when we go and you ask someone, what is your story? And that's like that's like the coolest question. And that's the one thing that we've learned from Terrence and Cecilia. Everyone has a story.
Everybody needs help. It's important that help is there so that people do not feel as though they are going to remain down and out forever. People need to know that there's assistance so that they can receive it. They know where to go so that they can figure out how to get back on their feet. Everybody falls. Some people fall harder than others, but everybody needs help getting back up, and it's important that they know where the help is when they're ready to receive it, or they can point people in the direction of assistance.
Hey, what's up? This is Terrence Lester. Right now I'm under the 20 bridge, and I'm just peeping out a spot where I'm gonna sleep when I go homeless in 7 days. Check it out. Hey, what's up, man? In a couple days, I actually be giving up everything to go homeless. I'm going to be posting a series of videos and just posting about my experiences, and I need you all to spread this story. Peace.
When I first heard about Love Beyond Walls, Terrence Lester was camping out. He became homeless for, I don't know if it was like 48 hours or 72 hours, but he was homeless. He was sleeping under a bridge.
Hey, what's up, man? This is Terrence Lester right now. I'm actually headed downtown to the spot where I'm gonna sleep when I'm homeless. I'm actually gonna meet my friend Robert, who is a homeless guy. He's 33 years old and he stays under the I-20 bridge. And my wife is actually dropping me off down. And as you can see, my kids are in the back. Both of them are asleep. My wife is right there. Hey, what's up, man? This is Terrence Lester. Right now, I'm downtown and I'm headed toward the spot over there. And I'm about to set up camp and prepare to go to sleep tonight. Hey, bro, what's your name? Who? Tony. Appreciate you helping me set up the tent, man. Hey, this is my last video for tonight, but I got here, set up camp, didn't have a blanket to sleep on, and one of the ladies named Kim actually gave me her blanket. Man, just an awesome heart.
While watching Terrence, I guess, I don't know how you put it, transform himself into being homeless for 72 hours, my takeaway was that he was willing to get down and dirty with the people he's trying to serve. A lot of people want to serve from up here. I saw somebody who was willing to go there and be able to empathize instead of having sympathy for people, so he could feel and properly assess needs. He knew that people needed shoes. He knew that people needed socks. He understood the need for book bags. He understood the need for food because he went through it. Not just because some statistic told him that or because that's what was getting funded or trending or popular. He went through it and he had that experience, and it made me really respect him and his movement.
What you just get, Martin?
You know what it say? Man of God. And I love that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know what? A man of God to the people of God. We all blessed. So we gotta stay focused on the things that he wants us to do instead of the things that we want to do. So you know what I mean? I thank God for me living right today. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for him. Y'all wouldn't be here if it weren't for him. You know what I mean? It's true. God is on my heart at all times. Not sometimes, but all the time. So I thank y'all for coming out here. Thank y'all for looking out for us, man. Because we need help out here. There's some people that just don't care. But, you know, I see a lot of people that do. So thank y'all, the ones that really actually do care. Thank y'all for being there for us. Love y'all, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year's.
Hey, what's up, man? I just left the I-20 bridge. Had to. It's gonna be in the teens tonight. And I gotta walk to find shelter. Hopefully I can find some. Y'all pray. Hey, what's up, man? This is an update. Right now I'm on Pride Street. We just left another shelter, wouldn't let us stay. Man, it's cold out here. So we're walking to find another shelter. Y'all keep praying.
Most time I go put myself in the bush somewhere and leave it there. I go walk over there, over the block. I go like about 2 miles out of the city and put my bag in there, and then come back into the city and go looking for food. And then won't go back into the nighttime because I know I'm gonna sleep on some church property. But that's how that is. Yeah.
I have a GoPro to my head and actually just getting footage of the journey that I'm about to embark on. I am going to walk from Douglasville to downtown Atlanta. It's a little over 30 miles to raise awareness for homelessness. One of the reasons I'm doing it is because around Christmas time, I actually made myself homeless for about 72 hours. And while walking in the shoes of a homeless person, I encountered many friends who were homeless and befriended a lot of people. And I started to ask the question, like, dude, like, how many miles do you walk a week? some of the answers were like 30 miles a week or 50 miles a week or 70 miles a week. And it blew me away because, you know, I started to reflect on like walking is a part of like survival to a homeless person. Like it equates life. If you don't walk, then you don't live. You know, walking is comparable to food and water to people who have. You know, when I was out there, I had to walk a lot of miles. I had to walk to shower. I had to walk to try to find food. I had to walk to shelters. I had to walk to keep warm. I had to walk to try to find resources. Everything that I did it's centered around walking.
People don't realize the amount of miles that a homeless person walks each day, how they use their shoes as their mode of transportation.
What really made me decide that I wanted to walk with Terrence was because I saw how passionate he was, and I didn't want there to be any room for failure. I wanted to make sure that he didn't give up. I wanted to make sure that he knew how much he inspired others, so I wanted to be right by him.
Woo! Get him miles away, baby. 30-mile walk. Let's go, Terrence!
When I called Terrence during the walk, I believe he was in the middle. I believe he was at about 21 miles at that time. And we did a conference, like a call where the people that were at the venue can hear him. And he was just like, you know, I'm tired, but I'm still walking. And it brought me to tears because I felt like it was nothing that I could do at that point. You know, he was gonna have to finish the walk on his own. And I knew that at that point, it was God, only God, that could help him finish. So I remember having so many emotions at that time because I wanted him to finish and I wanted him to be able to show people that, you know, homeless people, you know, do it every week, they do it every day, and that he could do it as well.
9 hours walking, man. 9 hours. My legs feel like, I don't know, I got wrestled for a living.
As we were looking to encourage him, he encouraged us. He let us know that 2 people came alongside and allowed him to use their shoulders as crutches. So we got into our cars, packed up, and went and met him to encourage him along the way.
Very exhausting. I remember a lot of people came out in support due to social media. I remember that just the time we got to the end of the finish line, like it was just amazing that we actually conquered what we was set out to do, and that a lot of people were supporting.
To show the world by sacrificing my time and my energy to walk from one part of I-20 to the other part of I-20, just to show people that homelessness is an issue that needs to be addressed, and also to show people, man, that you know, shoes, like, you know, if you don't have shoes or if you don't have the right attire on out when you're living on the streets, then it's hard to survive. So I'm walking to raise awareness about homelessness, and also I'm walking to raise tons of resources such as shoes and funds to be able to continue to raise awareness about this epidemic, and also help some of my friends that I've befriended to kind of get off the streets. So that's what we're doing.
I really like what Love Beyond Walls stand for, the purpose and the mission of it. And you see, like, you saw them making moves, not just talking about it, but actually doing it. And it's like they came out of nowhere. So I was interested in, who is this? Who are these people, you know? So once I became affiliated with met everybody, became affiliated with it, I still to this day love the mission, the purpose, and I love working with this group. And I see all of the great things that are to come, the things that have come, and I'm just excited about the future for Love Beyond Walls.